Hello there! Now last week you may have remembered that I did a little video on Super Mario Galaxy 2 and about the Wii U features, or rather the lack of Wii U features added to the game upon its re-release. And we are back again for Donkey Kong Country Returns, the 2010 kind of remake made by Retro Studios, of course, of Metroid Prime fame. So I guess the first question you're probably thinking about right now is, have they added anything to this Wii U re-release? Maybe some nice gamepad support? Well, the answer to that is no, which is frustrating. Not unexpected, but quite frustrating nonetheless. Once again, this is an exact replica of the original Wii retail version, so this game relies purely on the Wiimote or the additional nunchuck for controlling Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, which again is a disappointment. It would have been nice to have some gamepad controls because there's quite a lot of waggling in this game that could easily been replaced by a single button. And if Nintendo would have done that this time, it would have made for a far more enjoyable game to play. That was certainly the case when the game was re-released on the 3DS a couple of years ago. Just this annoying bit of waggle to below dandelions and to stomp on the ground. It gets in the way of a really good platform game. It's a very solid, a very hardcore platform game, unexpectedly so. It kind of lulls you into a very old school Donkey Kong Country gameplay, but then as the game goes along it gets tough. It just pummels you with these very tricky platforming levels, it's very tough bosses and enemies. But other than that, it is a great game. It's a very old school platformer, as you'd expect. It's a nice alternative to Mario, and Donkey Kong Country has an entirely different feel. Donkey Kong has a momentum. There's a definite feel to how he moves around. It's almost as if you're kind of rolling from one level to the next. He has a very heavy momentum. His jumps have a certain inertia to them. Rolling around across enemies is it's very different to maybe running around dashing as Mario. It's a nice different feel. It's a very different feeling game, especially with the reliance on collectibles as well, which kind of mimics the original Rare games to a T, really. But it's an excellent platform game. Let's not detract from that. Gamepad omissions aside, this is still a fantastic game. But if you already have this game on a disc, then move along. There's nothing for you to see here. You're better off just staying with your disc. But much like Super Mario Galaxy 2, if you've never played this game before, then for less than a tenner at the price of launch, go for it. Because it's a good game. It's a good game that deserves to be played. Whether or not it's better than the sequel Tropical Freeze is debatable. I kind of personally enjoy Tropical Freeze a little more, but this is still a fantastic game. The co-op is excellent. The captured footage you're seeing here is actually me and my fiancée Anna playing the game, and it's a fun game, but it can get, if you're playing co-op, things can get quite angry quite quickly, especially when you factor in that it's very easy for you to jump on each other's back without meaning to, because the controls are not quite as refined as they should be. Then there are some very annoying instances where the co-op player is sort of left out of proceedings, such as when you pick up Rambi the Rhino, and if the other second player goes on top of Rambi, then you both have control of him, which is very frustrating. Imagine two players trying to control the same Rhino at the same time, and imagine how frustrating that can be, even if the other person accidentally presses the control pad. It's that kind of frustration. It does seem like I'm listing a lot of negatives about the game. Don't be fooled. This is a very, very good game. It still holds up incredibly well today. And if you look at Tropical Freeze, released this time last year, it doesn't add too much in the way of refinements. And that proves to you that the original game still is fantastic, much like Tropical Freeze is. So if you played Tropical Freeze and you want to go back to the original, then you'll have no trouble doing so here, and I'd highly recommend you do so, because it is a wonderful game, well worth a re-release. But as I said before, much like Super Mario Galaxy 2, if you own this game already, then you have no reason to buy this unless you want a shortcut. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to the Nintendo Life channel. Otherwise, you can go to www.nintendolife.com for all of the Nintendo news your eyeballs can handle.